Have you been gaining weight? Have you been eating well out there? Have you been eating sushis out there?
I've lost weight, yeah. You know, I just found out the other night, I think it was last night, I was looking over one of these prison guards, and I was studying his hairdo and his face and his mouth and his nose, you know. And I said, oh my God, this guy, you know, is a queer. So I started to say to him, I said, you know, you look like an effing queer. It looks like an effing homo, huh? Are you a homo?
Well, did he understand you when you said that?
Yeah, he understood me. The Japanese style is to pretend they understand nothing. So they protect themselves if they don't want to talk, you know what I mean? So I keep hitting him, and then the next morning I saw him again. So I started to talk to him again the same way, you know. You look like a faggot and a queer, you know, you're MF and all this.
Why don't you just challenge him to a chess match or something?
So then I says, are you a homo? He says, I am gay. So then I said, I was amazed that he would admit this, you know. So then I started to say, because then I started to remember all the guards here are like very passive and kind of sweet, you know. So I started to say to him, what about the other guards? What percentage of them are gay? He says, all of them. And then I said, what about Kai? He's the guy he takes me to the visiting room all the time. He's super sweet. I said, is Kai gay? He said, who is Kai? You know, he takes me to the visitor room, you know. The guy used to take me there. Yes, he's gay. Yes, everybody here is gay. I started studying them, you know. All homo guards. This country is sick, you know. And then I was asking the Filipino here, he's another one of the prisoners here, he's telling me like 50-60% of the people here are queer in Japan, you know.
Anyway, Bob, you're probably enjoying a bottle of sake out there with someone, no? You're not?
No, I haven't had a drink in 8 months since I've been here. No, I'm sober. I'm completely sober, stone cold sober. This is true. They are fair. They are all. I've been dividing up these Japanese men into 4 categories. First, you've got the unisex men. You know, they don't have any sex at all. They're like on the level of a kind of a sexless 9-year-old girl. They cry easily and so on. They're not into sex, period. You see a lot of them on TV. Then the next group is the bisexual Japanese men. The third group is the purely homosexual Japanese men, and then the last group is the straight men. Oh, also I asked this guard, I said, you know, don't you want to, he says, don't you like women? What's wrong with women? He said, don't you want any children? He says, yes. He says, you like women? Yes. I said, you're bisexual? He says, yes. You know?
Did you like this Bobby Fischer interview he had a grudge because his interview given from a Japanese jail. He had a grudge against the Japanese people, but was he telling the truth? I do not think. And now it is time to rate various nations and peoples according to their sex.